Hello there guys, and welcome to a brand new video. And in today's video guys, I might be a day late, but I still wanted to make this video, which is going to be my thoughts and sort of my reaction to the new FIFA 22 career mode features which have been revealed to everyone now. So like I say, in today's video we're going to go through them. I'm not going to go through them in, very much depth. We're just going to go through them briefly, but mainly the most depth is going to come from my reaction and my thoughts on the new features. So let's go ahead then and get straight into this. And like I just mentioned guys, I'm not going to go into major depth in terms of reading every little bit of text on this page, but I've already read it. I'm just going to go over it briefly, and pretty much, like I say, my reaction is going to be the main feature of this video. So, table of contents, you've got create your club, player career, and obviously you've got the subheadings as well. And you've got some other headings down here at the bottom. So straight away I've noticed there's nothing about manager career in here, apart from maybe these that could obviously impact manager career, but they're nothing major, let's be honest guys. So again, nothing new for manager career. And so straight off the bat here, what I think EA are trying to do is bring the likes of player career up to the same sort of standard as manager career. Because as we know right now, manager mode is the main mode that we all play on career mode. Obviously player career, we play it, but again, it's not got the same sort of depth and quality as manager mode. So I think what EA are trying to do in this FIFA is, one, add a new mode, which is create your club. So not only do you, when you press career mode, start a new save, you've got 3 options now: create your club, manager mode, and player career. But what I also think they're trying to do is bring player career and also create your club up to the same sort of quality as manager mode. And so let's move down then into create your club. So this is one thing I am actually quite excited for, because, that's one thing I didn't get to do in FIFA 21 in terms of YouTube, which was record, a road to glory. Because one thing that's always tough, just in terms of like a YouTube point of view, is what team do you pick? Whereas if you're playing on your own, you might pick a team that's local to you or something like that. But in terms of YouTube, when you pick a team, you might go, well, people might not watch because it's not got the best players, or they might not watch because the team isn't, the most well known or something like that. So in terms of YouTube, for example, create your club was amazing. Obviously, you got people that do, you got Cutsy, for example, other YouTubers as well that do youth academies, and I thought this is amazing. Create your club. And from the video here, straight away, you can see you've got a few headers. Okay, let's just skip it back a little bit. You've got club info, replace team, select rival, kit, crest, and stadium, your squad, career settings. And so, there's quite a bit of quality in here, guys. Again, it's not just pick a team, pick a name, there you go, that's it, job done. They've actually got a few things in here which you can customize, which is, a major point for me, because that's one thing career mode lacks, is customization. Now, in terms of the kits overall, there's quite a lot of options here. I thought there might have only been, 3 or 4 options. Solid colour, circles, stripe, something like that. But as you can see, there's actually quite a few options to choose from, and quite a few colours as well. So, overall, kit customization is great. Moving on down, you've also got pitch pattern as well, which again, it's a nice little extra feature in the game. And if it wasn't in the game, I'd probably say, why not put it in? And the fact they put it in, it is pretty great, let's be honest, guys. It's not amazing, don't get me wrong, it's like bottom of the barrel in terms of priorities, but it's just a nice little feature. But now, on to this next point, guys. This is where I kind of, you could say have a problem, if I'm going to be honest. Squad builder. Now, in terms of create your club, I just thought you were going to pick the name, pick the team, all these headings here, and then go straight into it, and you get a mixture. Like when you start Ultimate Team, you get a mixture of bronze players. You might get, 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds, a 31-year-olds. You might have an odd gold player here and there. And that's what I sort of thought this was going to be. But by the looks of it, you're going to be able to pick your own rating, pick your squad age, pick the transfer budget, and also the board expectations. Board expectations are fine, no problem with that. But overall rating, it sort of defeats the purpose in my point of view. Because it's sort of like, well, overall rating, I might as well just pick PSG or Man City if I want to pick a 5-star team. I thought you're just going to get one option, which was start the game. You get a bunch of 60 rated players, 70 rated players, and maybe an 80 rated player. And you start there. Transfer budget, fair enough. You might be able to pick your own transfer budget. But if you're starting in League 2, I thought you might have got an average, transfer budget according to that league. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you start in the Premier League, you might get a transfer budget of maybe, 25, 30 million to start with. And then you work your way up and you start getting up to the money of your, like, United, your Chelseas, your Man Cities, for example. So, I feel like this could be done a little bit better, in my opinion. I've got to be honest, guys. Overall rating, I think that should be scrapped. Squad age, I think that should be scrapped. Transfer budget, I think, should be relative to the league you're in, and also what division as well. So if I'm in the Premier League, I'm expecting, starting off 25, 30 mil, or maybe depending on the team you replace is the sort of team that is generated for you. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. And again, I'm just happy it's a new feature into the game. But I feel like they put a lot of time and effort into this and nothing into manager mode at all. And I don't think Create Your Club is going to get used as much as you maybe think it will be. I think if it does get used a lot, the majority is going to be overall rating 1 to 3 stars, young, transfer budget maybe 50 mil, and then board expectations, whatever you want. I don't think, in my personal opinion, I'm going to choose 5 stars, squad age young, and transfer budget of 500 mil, because it just defeats the purpose, in my opinion. And so overall then, for Create Your Club, guys, I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, and this is just personally based on me. Like I say, some of you guys might love the idea of, you know, getting a team full of young players, 500 mil to spend, all that sort of good stuff. And that's one thing you got to remember in this video. This is all personal to me, these, you know, these sort of thoughts and reactions. So again, Create Your Club, we have to rate it out of 10. I'd probably give it, just based off what I've seen right now, a 7.5. I've got to be honest, guys, it's just 7.5 out of 10. I can't really say too much. Again, it's very nice. It's a nice new feature. But again, I thought it would have been maybe something similar to like when you begin Ultimate Team, where you begin with a random generated squad relative to the league that you put in. Then you work from there and work your way up. Like it says here, doesn't it say something here about, you know, possibly working your way up to be the best team in the world? Well, that's not the case. Because you can just straight away go into the game, give yourself 5 stars, 500 mil, and you're the best team in the game to begin with. And I just do not sort of understand that, if I'm going to be honest, guys. But let's move on. Let's move on now to player career, where again, this actually had quite a lot of, you know, time and effort put into it, which I do appreciate, because player career, it can be fun. It can be fun, and that's one thing I used to love about pro clubs, is how fun it was. But then it just got very generic, season after season, well, year after year, just the same game pretty much. So now, to be fair, you might think I'm going to give this a good rating out of 10. Again, a lot of these features I think have just been brought in from the journey, which a lot of people have been saying, why has it not been brought on sooner? And as we've seen here, coming on as a sub, that happened in the journey. Bringing it on as a sub in a game. I thought that would have been in from the day player career was brought out, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest straight away. Now, manager rating, that's a new feature. And again, it's hard to sort of rate this because you've not actually used it in-game. Is it a useless feature? Is it not? Is it quite fun to play with? You just don't know. So you can't really give your impressions on this. But from the start, it's a new feature. Not in the game as of yet, which is nice to see. This is nice to see as well, because one thing I've noticed with this, guys, is when you come on into the pitch, not only do you get your objectives, which is a nice new graphic as well, brings the game up to a little bit more of a modern state, you also get a chance to enhance the objectives. So here, they want you to get you a 9.0 rating. You can enhance that to a 10.0, which if you manage to go ahead and achieve that 10.0, you get an extra 500 XP. I'm guessing that's what it means. I'm guessing. Maybe you get a 500 XP regardless, and maybe that doubles to 1,000 if you do get a 10. Either way, it's nice. It's a nice new feature, guys. I really do like it. And now, moving on down here, this is where it does get really interesting. And this is what I do like to see, because, like I say, player career mode at the minute, if they just added this and also coming on as a sub, that'd be really boring. I've got to be honest, guys, quite boring. But now, they're going to have also added, which I think is in pro clubs as well, a skill tree and also skill points. And one thing that does stick out to me, we will get into the cinematics as well, but it's also the skill tree, but also this bit here, the perks. Now, you can see here from the video, the pro just pretty much just goes there and scores an easy goal. But what it does say is, do you get to pick 3 perks to go into a game? And now these perks can either just be, you know, selfish, you know, you sort of just focus on yourself, or you can pick perks that also boost the passing abilities for all teammates, which I think is really nice as well. So going into a game, not only do you want to maybe increase your personal shooting, but maybe increase the passing of your teammates as well. And you can sort of do that, or you can just use them to boost your whole team, because, you know, you might be in League 2, and you know what, instead of focusing on myself, I'm going to improve the whole team. So I think overall the perks is a really nice feature. As you can see here as well, obviously you get to choose different perks, whichever ones you want. And again, it's just nice. It really is nice. And you can see here all the different perks you can pick. Not going to go through them all, but overall, player career, I've got to say I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, because again, I feel like it's had a much needed improvement. And as you can see here as well, you've got the cinematics in the background, which I think was needed in career mode, guys. Let's be honest, cinematics. My only problem with things like cinematics and press conferences is I think like other features I've mentioned should be bottom of the priority list. Because when I say bottom of the priority list, I mean they should be done without even thinking. They shouldn't even be on the list in terms of, oh my god, look at this new feature. Because it's such like standard stuff that should be in the game already, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like cinematics and press conferences, when they got brought in, or well, they're about to get brought in, like press conferences getting brought in, oh my god, amazing, this new feature. 2 FIFAs later, yeah, they're pretty boring now, they're useless, you can just pick what you want, regardless, doesn't matter, jobs done. And cinematics, again, obviously you're not going to be able to, pick questions and whatnot, but I think, say you see Liverpool celebrating or, not happy after a loss, this is just going to be the same reaction, but with a different kit on. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to be the same thing, different kit, different face, and it'll just be like that. And once again, it'll just be repetitive and just get boring pretty fast, in my opinion. And so let's move on down then, guys, because there's actually not much left to read about in today's episode. In today's video. So dressing room atmosphere, obviously we just touched on this. And like I say, guys, I'm not saying this shouldn't be in the game, and I'm annoyed that it's in the game. I'm happy it's in the game. Just what I want is, massive update to manager mode, massive update to player career, massive, new game mode, in fact, create your club, and then just some little details added on, dressing room atmosphere. I'm not happy that it's got its own space and it's this massive new feature, dressing room atmosphere, cinematics. It's like we had that in FIFA 17. Bring some, do you know what I mean, guys? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not annoyed. Same here with transfer updates. We refreshed the transfer negotiation cinematic to provide more vivid experience. Again, my only problem is, I've just said this, it's just going to be the same cinematic every single time, just a different badge, different team. Do you know what I mean, guys? That's what I'm annoyed at the end of the day. Now, moving on, expanded stories. Now, I haven't really read this in depth, but just from this graphic alone, I'm really happy with this, because the news section, I never take a look at. Let's be honest, guys, we never take a look at the news section because it's just the same stuff. Look, PSG keep winning. Maintain title charge, they win 1-1, or they draw 1-1. It's just the same, repetitive, boring stuff in every career mode. The only thing that changes is the team that wins, or the team in the news article. So, here, this is nice to see, because I can imagine in every episode I'm going to go ahead and record, and I can show to you guys, oh, look, guys, you can see right now, Mbappe, look at the stats this season, amazing. And that is one thing player career needs, and not just player career, but manager mode needs, is stats. We need stats. I want heat maps. I want to see what, player rating. I want to know what games Mbappe is turning up in. I want to know, when a player goes out on loan, did he get much game time? I want to be able to add a clause in the loan contract that says he has to be getting first team football, because if not, the loan deal is not going through. I want sort of in-depth little pieces like that, and like this, for example, which is great. And it says here, when you reach 50 to 100, 150 matches played, again, that already sort of appears. When you win Manager of the Month award, I'm sure that already comes up. When you've played from your squad as a standout debut season, that is good to see. When you have a player of a standout debut season, that is good to see. When you have a player from your squad wins the Golden Boot award, like I said, I think that already happens, I'm going to be honest. When your player becomes clean sheet or assist leader in the league, that is good. So say like, let's just pick a player. I was about to say David Beckham, but Bruno Fernandes. Let's just say Bruno Fernandes overtakes De Bruyne in the league. I want that to come up in the news article, because it would happen in real life. It would happen. Say De Bruyne takes over. Again, I've got names all over the place. But let's say De Bruyne gets 2 assists in a game and he overtakes Bruno Fernandes, who has been on fire all season. In the newspapers, they'll probably say, is De Bruyne likely now to get the, most assists of the season? That would happen. When you see one of your players' goal projection is about to break the competition record, and they finally succeed in doing so, again, don't really know what that entails. Are you going to see them hold a boot, hold an achievement, hold an award? I don't know. Again, you'll already sort of see this going into a game. But again, it is nice to see overall. Dynamic Tifos, again, what's this here? You can rely on an existing player, but now the thing of a past. In FIFA 22, a player becomes one of the top rated players. They can be used. Okay, so basically, pretty much, if you sign Kimmich to United and he's amazing for 5 seasons, Kimmich can now become a Tifo in your stadium, which is good to see. And then the last one, authenticity. Whether you want to be a manager or a player, we want to know you're passionate about authenticity, so we'll keep holding the bar high. Okay, just basically saying that adding the new Europa Conference League. So again, it shouldn't really be a heading. Let's be honest, guys, shouldn't really be a heading here. And so one last thing then, guys, obviously I've just missed out this here, but obviously as you can see, new cinematics such as the new team warm-up, locker room moments, again, just cinematics once again. I've had a new reveal cinematic when you get a new managerial job, which I guess, again, it's just cinematic upon cinematic. It's great, but again, I can't interact with a cinematic. I can't walk around in the locker room, can I? I can't say something to a teammate in a locker room, which makes him angry, which then makes him not want to play the next game with me, which then gets me sold because the manager doesn't want the locker room upset. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like, there's so much more that could be going on apart from just a cinematic of a player walking from one side of the room to another. It just is what it is. Your player career journal will be picked up by the commentator team will banter around transfer room. Again, that is nice to see, I guess. Improve the quality of screenshots taken from a match. Again, it's not major, is it? Last but not least, this is nice to see. I am happy about this. Alex Scott coming into the game as a commentator, which is really nice to see. We're using the latest technology to make sure the transition between commentary team and Alex Scott can sound as natural as possible. So, Alex Scott is only going to be providing minute-by-minute updates to matches that are played. Oh, right, okay. I thought Alex Scott was going to be like, you know, in the game, commentating from, you know, the first minute to the last minute. I didn't know she was just going to be, okay. That's kind of upset me in a way, because I was hoping for some fresh commentary, not just the same boring Lee Dixon every game. Every game, guys. Lee Dixon, Martin Tyler. Oh, my God. It's like, the thing is, it's not even the voice that annoys me. It's just the same repetitive things. Oh, that's free. Made them pay. You know what I mean, guys? I hear that all the time. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's give our main overall view on this right now, because I think I've come across a little bit annoyed at it, but I'm not. I am in a way, but I'm not. I'm sort of 50-50 right now. So let's go ahead then, guys, and wrap up this video here. So I do want you guys to be commenting down below in the comment section on what you think of these new features. Do you think they're amazing and you're so happy? Or some of you guys maybe, you know what? It's not what I expected. I expected a little bit more. Or just, you know, guys, just let me know down below in the comments, because I'll be sure to, you know, read them, reply as well. Trust me, guys, you know what I'm like for replying to comments. I do try my best. So, yeah, overall, these are my thoughts and opinions, guys. They're not the thoughts of anyone else or anything like that. I don't want you guys to think, you know what, after this video has put me on a downer, like you personally, because I've said this, because it's just how I'm going to play the game. Do you know what I mean? Create your club again. Am I going to use that feature? I'll probably use it once, and then that's about it, if I'm going to be honest. Player career, I might use that 2 or 3 times. I might play a career as striker, play a career as cam, maybe one as a defender, just maybe as defender, and then that's it. Do you know what I mean? But overall, like I say, I think the main improvements and the main sort of thing that EA wanted to do with FIFA 22 is, like I said at the start of the video, was bring in a new mode, because right now they've got 2 modes, which is manager mode and player mode. So I think they wanted to add a new mode in, which is create your club, and then also bring create your club and player create up to the same standard of quality as manager mode. I think that was the main aim. I've got to be honest, guys, because now player career you can't say is any less than manager mode. Let's be honest. Player career right now and manager mode, you can see where player career is quite below in terms of, you know, quality. But I think that's what they're doing with this game. I've got to be honest, I think they're trying to add a new mode in, bring them all up to the same sort of level of quality and depth. And then maybe in the next FIFA, which I feel like we're always saying next FIFA, next FIFA, next FIFA. But then after that, then maybe implement some sort of maybe online career mode. I don't know that. I do not know that at all. That is the dream, of course, but you never know. But yeah, guys, like I said, that's my overall. Again, create your club, 7.5 out of 10 for me. Player career, I'd probably give it an 8.5/9, just overall, just because I think that's had a lot of much needed improvement overall. And features like this are nice. And I think cinematics are more important to player career, because it's nice to see your customized player interact with the likes of Alisson Becker, Salah, De Bruyne, you know, Jorginho, all these sort of players, Messi, Ronaldo. It's nice to see that. So yeah, overall, I think player career 8.5 and 8.5 out of 9. But I'm gutted, I've got to admit, guys, that manager mode has got little improvement like this. Again, I like this. I do like this. I just wish there was more of it. I just wish there was more. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there for this video. Please let me know down below in what you guys think. But yeah, that's going to be it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.